I want to share with you the upcoming games that I really want to play. And you know that I am a Souls fan, and I want to start with Armored Core, because when they announced that they were working on this, I was like, man, why? Why? And I even made a video about it. I was like, what is From Software doing? Are they planning to go out of business or something? This doesn't make any sense. And then I watched the gameplay. And I cannot believe how much I want to play this game. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, this game, the graphics are trash, okay? The performance, knowing, you know, the track record of From Software, might be okay, because the game just looks very bad in terms of the graphical fidelity, the features. But the gameplay, I cannot believe I like this. I am like blown away with the gameplay of this game, because it is a Souls-like, okay? It doesn't matter if it doesn't have a bonfire. It doesn't matter if you don't have a sword and spells. This is a Souls-like game, okay? And the reason is, when the enemy attacks you, you are dashing in a way that is dangerous. You know, if you think about what are the mechanics that you enjoy the most on your games, what is that you like to do? Me personally, parrying is like the most fun mechanic for me. And we don't have parry here, but look at that. See? You look how you dash the enemy, and it was so close, so the hit boxes, the interactivity with the enemies is very, very precise. So the enemy is coming to you, and you're dashing very close to it, and you do not get hit by it. And then the way the camera moves when you're dashing and jumping, it is so satisfying to me. And it seems like you are locking into the enemy. It's like a soft lock, and you also have a hard lock, and you have this gigantic sword to hit the mechas. That is very, very fun to look at that. The way you're dashing in the air, you see the enemy has like a sword, but it's a gigantic, you know, like a Star Wars sword, and you also have that. And what I see on this game is Dark Souls on another dimension, on another level, because when we play, you know, Sekiro, any Souls-like games, we are on the ground. And when we dash or dodge or parry, we are in the same horizontal plane. But here in Armored Core, it looks 3D. Okay, so it is in comparison. Look at this, look at this. You jump into the air and then you dash. See? This is a different level. This is like a Souls-like game with another dimension. You see? So I cannot believe how excited I am to play this game. And I'm gonna share, of course, the link in the description of this video. This was a video from Batividia, and he said it was okay to share the footage from his videos. I'm gonna have a link in the description of the video so you can check it out. I'm sure you already saw it. I am beyond belief excited to play Armored Core, and there is nothing technically on this game that I would consider awesome. Like, the game looks like crap. It's probably going to perform like crap visually. Maybe the HDR is gonna be good, because the Elden Ring HDR was good. Sekiro, the HDR was awesome. So maybe you play this on HDR and you have this, you know, fire looking enemies that are, you know, all the gunfights and all those effects, those particle effects, maybe they are gonna be bright, and it is going to be very good looking because it has a good HDR implementation. But technically, you know, the shadows, the lighting on the game, it looks very flat. Everything looks flat. The textures look like a low resolution, but it just, I don't care, man. It just looks incredible. But now, this is a game that visually and technically appears to be absolutely amazing. This looks like the dream Souls-like game, in my opinion. Lords of the Fallen. I beat the first one, and I like that game a lot technically. The animations, the way, the interaction of the... So when you hit the enemy with the sword, the way the enemies interact, the way you move, the animations of everything. I just love this game, technically. And the particle effects, the anti-aliasing, everything about this game, technically, the first part, it was very, very good in my opinion. Of course, it's a little bit old at this point, but I am expecting it to look absolutely insane on Unreal Engine 5. So now, the problem is Unreal Engine 5. You know, we have a stuttering, we have a bunch of technical issues, but hopefully the game performs well. It is looking absolutely amazing, I can tell you that much. And yeah, I am sure I'm gonna play this game. I just hope it performs well, because it is looking absolutely amazing. Really, really excited to play this one. A Souls-like game that looks and moves very well. Look at the moves, see? The quality of the animations. See you saw that? When the sword hits your shield, it has impact, it has weight on it. I like it a lot. Just didn't like that the music on the trailer was not very good. So yeah, man, I am really hoping that this game performs well. It is looking very good. I liked the first game a lot, and I know that they are focused on the technical aspects. They are focused on the visual quality, because that's what they did with the first Lords of the Fallen. Look at that dodge. You see the hitboxes very tight, very tight. You see how you dash the enemy and it was very close. The sword was about to hit you. We just got out of the way. See, you saw that? That's very tight. That's very tight. Very good gameplay. So that feels very satisfying when you actually play that. That's going to feel very satisfying. I like that. So I'm just crossing my fingers that it is going to perform very well, man. Hopefully it performs well. It's coming out October 13th. So now the game that's coming out the soonest that I want to play is Remnant. So I beat the first game, Remnant from the Ashes. I beat it, and I enjoyed that game a lot. And the reason why I like this game is because the bullets are slow. Okay, so when the enemy is firing at you, you have time to see the bullets and dodge. So that doesn't make any sense, because the bullets are supposed to be fast, but this game has that mechanic, at least on the first one, and it just works so well. I love to be able to see the bullets and dodge. And then this game makes the pistols powerful. So the pistols, they have a longer range, so you need the pistol to combat the enemy on a longer range, or maybe, you know, just a machine gun. And then you have your shotgun that is closer range to have more damage, and then you have the melee. See, and the melee is something very important. Okay, so we have an ad here. Let me move to another one. So the melee is something very important, and I really enjoyed the combat system of Remnant. It was very, very, very good, and now the graphics are supposed to be better. So I think this is still Unreal Engine 4, I believe. Or if it's Unreal Engine 5, it doesn't seem to have any of the latest features. But I don't care. The gameplay is fun, and it's coming out next month, in a month exactly. Actually, this day, next month is the release day Remnant. So I'm definitely gonna play that. I hope it performs well. But yeah, it is a Souls-like. This is a Souls-like game with your bonfire system and everything, and it has this procedural enemy placement or something, like kind of like Returnal, but not that different. But yeah, basically the enemy placements and the chance of you fighting a specific boss changes. And it is supposed to be a different experience if you play it multiple times. And for different people, it's supposed to give you a different experience. So that is something that I enjoy, but I was not like a huge fan of that. But I enjoy that. In some way, that system gives you like a sense of the game is not polished or something to me. I don't know, because why changing the enemies? I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, everything changes. So you die basically. You try again, and then the enemy changes. The amount of enemies. So, for example, if I die because I got a specific enemy, and then I try again, and I don't get that enemy, and I am able to beat the level, then I feel like, okay, I didn't overcome the difficulty, because now it was easier because of the enemy placement and the variety of the enemies that I was fighting. So that's the thing I don't like about that system, but it is entertaining. The gameplay is fun. I'm definitely gonna play it. I know what this is exactly. And I like the animations, the way the character moves. I like the way the character dodge, and I think they improved the animation here. It's looking pretty nice. It's looking slower. It seems like with different armor and weapons, you have weight, and it is a slower dodge in that case. And I see we have some powers here, so I'm definitely gonna play this game. Very excited about it, and it's coming out soon. We also have Ratchet and Clank coming to the PC, so I'm definitely gonna play that, and that's coming out this month actually. Then I am also excited about this Phantom Blade Zero, and the release date is supposed to be at the end of 2023 or early 2024. That means at the end of 2024, if anything. So we have a lot of Unreal Engine 5 Souls-like games that are looking spectacular. But it's hard to say when are they going to come out, if ever. Some of them might never come out, but this one is looking spectacular, and visually I don't think it's trying to push the limits. It's Unreal Engine 5, but you see those water particle effects, the waters, how the rain is bouncing on the characters, and it looks spectacular. So yeah, this is another one that I'm really excited about. Let's see if we can see some gameplay here. Okay, so we see some gameplay. So what I love about this game is how close the camera is. So you're very close to the action, and the animations are just spectacular. So sometimes when you have that close camera, it gives you like a claustrophobic feeling, kind of God of War. It feels like it is too close to the character, and I don't like that. But in this game specifically, I think it gives you an spectacular. It allows you to enjoy the animations better and the interactions with the enemy, and I really like the way this is looking. So we don't have a lot of gameplay now. You see, we have some spectacular gameplay, on top of this. This is amazing, man. I love that. So it seems like it is combining a little bit of Spider-Man with Assassin's Creed, with Sekiro, with Sifu. This is amazing. Look at that. I cannot wait to play this game. Look, you see that, the way, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that sequence right there. You see this dash, look at this dash they start with. And the next, look at the dash here, so tight, and then you have these parries. That's gonna be insane. That game is gonna be insane. I hope it actually comes soon and it doesn't get delayed forever. And of course, Black Myth Wukong is supposed to come summer next year, and I hope it delivers. And I am confident about this game because, I mean, everyone should, because they have shown more gameplay. I don't remember any game in recent history that has more gameplay, like extended gameplay showcases than this Black Myth Wukong. I'm afraid that they are showing the entire game. Like, how long is this game? Because this is not, it doesn't seem to be like an open world. It might be like Sekiro in terms of the interconnectivity and the way you can traverse the world, but this is not gonna be open world. So I am afraid that I already saw the entire game. You know, they show so many bosses, so many different you know, levels. We have vegetation here. They have shown deserts, all kinds of worlds here. Absolutely love this game. I'm sure you've seen this gameplay a lot. It's very good, very good looking. It has some wicked parries and a spectacular you know, interactions, and it seems to be difficult too. So that's one thing that I love about the Souls-like games. And then we have Avatar. This is one of those games that might make me consider an upgrade on to my PC, because this is gonna be very demanding. But the reason why I am excited about this game is because it is using the Snowdrop engine, and I know how that looks. The Division 2 looks absolutely amazing, especially the textures on the game. It is so rich. You have so much detail in terms of the textures and the assets on the game. It looks sharp, it looks very good. It's not like one of those blurry TAA games. It looks very good. The HDR is very good. So, I mean, it has a minor black level raise, just lower fine-tuned dark areas to -5 on this LG OLEDs. But it's very good HDR implementation. And this Avatar, I believe it's gonna be very good. Some people are saying, oh, this is just gonna be like a Far Cry Primal, but just better looking. I don't believe so. I believe this game is going to be a massive success. I might be wrong, but I hope I'm right, because I think this game is gonna look absolutely amazing. I mean, it's 30 FPS on the console, so it's gonna be very demanding. But yeah, let's see how it runs. I know it's gonna look good. And they are talking about a lot of, you know, PC features. So I'm hoping, you know, ray tracing, of course, DLSS. So that's one of those things. This game comes out, then Nvidia comes out with the 5090 and frame generation 2.0, and they are, instead of doubling the frame rate, they are quadrupling the frame rate. And then we have, you know, 4K 240 Hertz OLEDs, and you know, that might be a good time to upgrade. It's gonna take a lot of money. It's gonna be a huge investment, but this is one of those games that it might be worth it. I don't know, but it might be worth to really just go all in and really enjoy Avatar, because Avatar, at least the first one, is one of my favorite movies ever. I like it. I mean, it's not very deep in terms of the story or anything, but I enjoy that movie a lot, man. I'm a big fan of Avatar, but I was always, you know, dreaming and enjoying that world. Low persistence, okay, not like a blurry, every time we see Avatar, like a panning shot or something, it just looks terrible. 24 frames per second or 48, it's just not enough, okay, not enough. We need 120 frames per second with OLED Motion Pro High, or we need at least 240 sample and hold to really see when we move the camera. So I'm really excited about this game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What are the games that you are excited about, especially if you're a Souls fan? That's what I like the most. I like, you know, parries. I like you know, dodge and dash and the sword stuff. Now with Armored Core, this gunfights that are feeling like more three-dimensional. I am really excited about that. Remnant, we have gunfight, but we also have that close melee combat. So for me, that's very important. If it's only gunfights, it's not that fun. First-person shooters, gunfights only, it's not that fun. But we're gonna have here a beautiful world in Avatar, and we're gonna be able to see it, you know, mounted on one of these animals, and that's gonna be spectacular, man. This, if we don't see a lot of popping, I hope we don't. I mean, some minor popping is gonna be there, but if we don't see a lot of popping, you imagine you are on top of one of those things, traversing through this beautiful, beautiful world. It's gonna be spectacular, man. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.